Yo, guys. What's up, everybody? Sorry about the messed up link there. My apologies. Crazy day. Lots on the go. But man, lots to discuss. Your boy's been on a little bit of a heater. A little bit of a heater. A little bit on fuego. For the last several days here. So I'm pretty fucking stoked. Very happy to win some trades, get some directions right, and then obviously share that shit with you guys as well. That's what matters at the end of the day. Well, no, most importantly, I matter and me making money. That's number one. But if a consequence of that and me sharing what I share can help some of you guys make some money too, that's also sweet. All right. What's up, everyone in the chat over on Twitch? Darth Cholo, Octopus, Big Bear Bulks. This guy says nerd. Okay. OX Jalili, Kagi. Cool. It's up on YouTube. All the homies. All right. So, yeah, like we can start with a little bit of kind of hindsight if you guys want. And kind of go over, what's happened. So basically, I've, laid out a very, very detailed plan for you guys that is in motion right now. Still too early to tell, obviously, if it's going to come to fruition. But laid it out with the hope that, giving you guys kind of a clear high time frame bias and my view at the range lows, right? Not fucking after the pump, right? Like look at your feed. Look at your feed yesterday, right? Everyone's bullish right into a level of resistance. Everyone apparently was long, and then the move gets smacked down. Now people are freaking out again. Just remember, when your boy posted his bullish thesis, we were down here. Okay, we were down here. We were in the trenches. So these guys, they don't know me. They don't know me. They don't know what we're doing over here. Okay, they don't know what we're doing over here. So I'll go over kind of that bullish thesis here real quick, and then I'll give you an update as to where we're at now. So this was posted like almost 3 weeks ago, more than 15 days ago. So well before all the bulls that you see on your feed now decided to post right into the lower high, potentially. I don't think we're completely out of the woods yet, but I'm still going to be running with this thesis until I'm given evidence that it is no longer, going to be the case, that it's no longer going to play out, kind of as I've predicted here. So talking about a bullish move from 30 up to 33 to 36,000. So I started on the monthly, said we have a retest of demand and a sweep of a low. Okay. The weekly chart, we had a failed breakdown here. We took out the last 3 weeks lows and we were pushing higher. And then on the H12, we had a breaker. So this is the up candle before the down move that ran out those lows. Okay, that reclaim was a long opportunity. And then we actually came back and tagged this level again. And then, in my opinion, most importantly, and something that we're seeing a very positive development in today, is Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so what I stressed here is that we need to see this move, in my opinion, be led by Bitcoin. So if we want this to be a sustained rally, as in a rally that takes us from at the time of posting 25K to potentially $10,000 higher, a significant move, I wanted to see it be led by Bitcoin. And the reason I wanted to see it be led by Bitcoin is because I believe that those types of rallies are the most sustainable. The altcoin-led rallies are not as sustainable. When you see altcoins going nuts and Bitcoin isn't, usually that's what happens right before the whole market corrects. So I wanted to see Bitcoin lead the charge. Okay. And so I posted an update here. And as you can see, very nice reaction on the monthly. Very nice reaction on the weekly. Very nice reaction on the 12-hour. So we posted it down here. And as you can see, it retested the breaker. And then boom, tested it again. This was the breaker I had drawn out in the first tweet. Right? That's what we like to see. It's the shit we like to see. And then I even gave you guys this one on Telegram. Right? I said, hey guys, Bitcoin longs, pull back into here. Next leg up into the mid-range again. Posted that one on Telegram for you guys. So I know some of you got in it because the Wins channel was popping off. So these are all good things, right? So I'm very happy with how the move has progressed so far. You can see that long I was talking about right here. Again, this one was posted on Telegram. And I kind of drew this out earlier in the Haven, just saying, hey, maybe back into this demand. So we'll talk about that in a second. But the reaction at mid-range, not surprising, right? This is an area of resistance. But from the lows, right, this is still June's range. We've been using this range. It's now October, right? So we're now several months later. Range highs, down to the lows, up to the mid-range, down to the low, back to the mid-range. This is all using June's range this entire time. So the analysis has been dialed in. The trades along the way have been smashed, right? We got the Bitcoin long here. I had an Ethereum long at the fucking low. I posted that on Telegram, Twitter, Discord, etc. So I've been feeding out the free money, right? The free money Mayne has been fucking serving y'all on a silver platter. A handful of setups, including gold. Oh my God, look at gold, dude. We posted the short up here. The 100-point move on gold. More than 100 points. Absolutely smacked it. Okay? So, very happy with how all that's going out. Now, what do I want to see for this to continue? And what is giving me some confidence that there's still an opportunity for this entire thesis to play out? Okay? Can you guys hear me? Is the chat going? Chat seems a little bit lagged. What's going on? Let me know in the chat if you can still see and hear me. Says the connection is good. I don't know. The chat's not coming through. Weird. What the heck? Okay. Looks like it's just delayed significantly. Okay. So here's I'll start with the good, okay? And then we'll get into the potentially bad, okay? So the good, Bitcoin rallied where we wanted it to rally. A really good sign that the market, that you are in line with the trend, right? So when we're bullish, right? When we're bullish, we want to see price react bullishly at areas of interest, bullish order blocks, bullish breakers, things like that. When price is bearish, I want to see the opposite happen. I want to see it break through bullish order blocks, and I want to see it respect bearish order blocks, right? So on an uptrend, you want to see bearish order blocks not work, bullish order blocks work. On a downtrend, you want to see bearish order blocks work, bullish order blocks not work. So a good sign that you're in line with the high time frame trend, right? That you're in line with the order flow of the market is when the levels that you have marked out give you the strong reactions. What do I mean? Bullish order block, touch, huge reaction, right? Bullish breaker, touch, huge reaction. So that's a good sign, right? Now, What else is good? I really like the way BTC dominance is looking. So we've had this big move out of this fucking range of, 2+ years. And now we're retesting the top of it. You could literally go here, just say this is your order block, right? Retesting the top side here. And now I want to see this continue to push, because if this continues to push up, that tells me that this is a Bitcoin dominated move, which is what I want to see, right? And then we want to see alt ratios get smacked, right? I want to see altcoin ratios get smacked. So if you look at FBTC here, right, this is the kind of thing we want to see. I want to see Bitcoin be the stronger of the two. You want to see these alt BTC pairs. I didn't mean to do that. Let's look up another one. Let's look up Sol's an outlier, actually. Sol's quite strong right now. Let's pick what's another good one? XRP BTC. Right? Looks like shit. BNB BTC is gonna look like AIDS. TRX BTC. Any of these coins, generally this actually looks okay. But you want to see these alt BTC ratios get smoked. Specifically, the most important one to look at, in my opinion, is Ethereum BTC. And so as you can see here, wasn't the Ethereum ETF supposed to be announced? Was it today or is it this week? Here's the hype and there's the reaction, right? So we had ETH literally go up and then retrace half the move. So the fact that we have Bitcoin dominance looking good, Bitcoin doing what we want it to do, and all of that good shit makes me positive and still feel bullish on this high time frame kind of bullish argument that I've made here, which is effectively a move from here on the monthly. It's this simple. This is the entire trade plan is based on this monthly order block, right? We have the sweep into the monthly OB. Now what do I want to see? I want to see a new high. So that's the entire trade premise. And the logic behind it was very simple. The low should be in, right? That should be the low. So if that's the case, right, and you got long when we did, let's get this down here. Back here, right, on the breaker, the risk reward is great, right? And that's a monthly risk. And then I talked about dialing in, and I said, listen, based on this move here, the run of these lows, now the risk is even tighter, because if we ran out all these lows and then reclaim this level, this should be the low. So the entire premise for that thesis, and I talked about this in the video, right, is that this should be the low and the upside target is here. So it's skewed to the upside, the risk reward. It made sense to look for longs, right? So very happy with how all that's working out. And I'm going to continue to stay on Team Bull, assuming we don't fully retrace this move. So we've gotten that reaction there. Now we have fresh 12-hour demand right here. Right here. Okay. And to me, the next trade or the next setup that you look for is quite simple, in my opinion. We either hold this demand zone or we come and we take out these lows here, right? So because I'm optimistically, and cautiously bullish here, I'm interested in being a buyer in here. I'm interested in being a buyer in here for another move higher. You have 27K as your kind of big round fig number right in the middle there. And you have demand, and we've made a fresh high. So if we're bullish, in my opinion, we should not lose this area. If we lose this area, and you can refine it down to just this candle if you want, or you can use both. I think if it's both, it's a daily order block. Yeah, So that's just a daily order block. If we lose here, I think we likely take out at the very least these lows and ultimately could end up trading back down to here, and then it gets very ugly. So the entire premise of this setup and this analysis that I did was based upon the fact that I think this should be the low and we should trade higher. That's the low. We went up, made a higher low. Now we made a higher high. So in reality, I don't want to see these lows. So if you were taking your stop from here up to here, now it should probably come up to here, right? We're trailing that up to the higher lows and we're just following the trend with that stop. But we do not want to get back down below here, because if we get back down towards June's range low down here, I think we trade all the way down to here. So if we lose this and then start trading down like this, I think we move down here and take this out quite quickly. So until that happens, I'm going to continue to follow this potential trend that is forming and just keep playing it up until the market tells me otherwise. What is the market telling me otherwise? Very simply, no longer putting in bullish market structure. We've got a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. So as soon as that stops, then I'm wrong, or this idea is wrong. It's kaput. On to the next one. But for now, I'm willing to guess and gamble, right? And take an educated guess, take a stab at trend continuation, right? So whether you want to enter this just on the H12 itself, right? Stop into here or target into here. But ultimately, I think that the next target's got to be higher, right? I think that this gets blown out. If this is going to bounce here, I think it bounces pretty hard. And ultimately, we can start aiming towards that 32K plus level. That 33 to 36K level that I gave out is just this fair value gap right here. So if we get a big rally, I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm looking like this. This is the next trade idea for me. Basically this. Now, if we come in here and I get a lower time frame entry, so we come in here and I'm zoomed into the hourly chart and we get some sort of low time frame trigger where I can have an even tighter stop, I'll take it. But a perfect example of not always getting that is this move here. So I didn't get the full size that I wanted on this last move because it barely came into the zone. So I said, hey, I'm looking to buy this 12-hour order block. Okay. And if we get, just like I explained here, if we get an hourly entry, I'll add size and I'll tighten my risk. So I got some fills and then it just went, right? So the reason for that strategy for entering in that way is in case you don't get that hourly setup. Like if you go down here, there was no hourly trade setup here for me to add additional risk, right? It was in the zone for 4 hours and then it was gone, okay? So I'll act the exact same way here with this next setup, right? I'll be looking for price to come into here and I will start filling long. And then on the hourly, if it gives me an opportunity to compound, I will. So how can you do that? Well, you could enter half your risk here or a quarter. Then you could enter a little more at the EQ of the order block. And then you can add another bit if you get that 1 hour trigger and then tighten up the stop. But you might not. It might just touch here and rip. I don't know, right? It might nuke right through here. We don't know until it happens. Like one of the most common questions I get is like, how did you know that price was going to bounce there? It's like, I don't. I'm making an educated guess. It's risk managed. I know where that idea is wrong. I know where that idea is right. I'm making a calculated bet on a certain amount of money that I'm prepared to lose if I'm wrong. And then you're just punting, right? And you're seeing if you're right or not. So when you see people on Twitter talk speak with so much certainty, I'm not bullish and we're going down for sure, blah, 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 all that bullshit. I'm bullish, up only. Realize that the majority of people on there are, one, they're talking their own book oftentimes. So they're already long, right? They're not telling you to long in advance. They're already long. So of course they want it to go up. And then two, a lot of it is purely show, right? They're getting impressions, they're getting clicks. Maybe they've got a ref link, maybe they're shilling you, their fucking friend tech key, whatever it is. So you got to keep that in mind, right? That's why I'm always of the mindset of the old adage. I'm trying to teach you guys to fish. My favorite thing is going into Discord and seeing you guys taking trades, making money with stuff that I might not even be posting. Obviously, I want to post trades for you guys and setups and ideas, but more than anything, I want to teach you to be independent thinkers in the markets where you can make your own decisions, and then your success is due to your hard work and your failures are due to your mistakes. You can't blame, oh, well, I saw that Don Alt was bullish and I longed and it went down and I lost money. That's not his fault. That's yours, right? So that's what I always focus on, right, with you guys. So again, I give you kind of the blueprint, but I'm trying to educate you in a way where you can make your own decisions. And hopefully, if I'm not posting on Twitter anymore in the future, you don't need me, right? You've developed your own system and you've become self-sufficient. So that's the game plan for Bitcoin. It's very straightforward for me. My last setup that I posted on Telegram, I said the exact same thing. I said pretty straightforward. This is exactly what I'm doing. So we'll see if the heater can continue. But yeah, I ideally really want to see price kind of hold this 27K level, right? Which is just about the middle of this order block. Don't really want to see us lose that level. I'll probably scale into long if we touch this, which it looks like we might. And I'll risk down here and we'll see what happens, right? And I'm gonna play Bitcoin because I want Bitcoin to be the stronger of the two. But if there's a setup on Ethereum, I'll obviously share that as well. And if I know I do my best to share with you guys on YouTube, on Twitter, on Telegram, on Discord, on fucking Instagram. I'm trying to share all over the place. But if you want like the in-depth, stop entry target every time and the full breakdown of the system and stuff, there's the Haven as well. But there's a ton of free resources that I share with you guys with the end goal being the same. I want you guys to learn to do this yourself so you can make your own decisions. And you're tuning in streams because you like the content and you're learning and stuff like that. But you're not just sitting here going like, give me the signal. What's the next move? I want you guys to be able to, do it yourself. That's the more gratifying feeling is when you mark up the chart and price reacts at the level that you drew, right? This guy says, why are you not looking at the H12 breaker from August 31st where we currently sit? You mean here? I don't really think that's not really like a breaker to me. I mean, I guess it is technically, but then like so is this, right? And so is this. And those are below there. But it's the same zone, basically. You're asking me, why am I using this area instead of this? I mean, they overlap. And my area is more recent. So I'm going to put more weight on recent price action, recency. Thomas Silva says, I've DM'd you on Instagram to get into the Discord. I don't know, bro. I get a lot of DMs. Tomas. Is this you? I don't want to dox you. I'm trying to see if this is you. Looks like a similar picture. I don't know. I'd like to get into your Discord. Okay, I'll invite you, bro. I'll invite you, bro. Yeah, Elon made it so you guys can't DM me unless you're got a blue check, which is kind of whack. There you go, Tomas. Can you please go through the H1 trigger? Bro, I go over it every video, man. You got to know this by now, right? Every video. It's the same thing over and over again. What is this right here? It's the exact same thing. I use it on all time frames. You give signals in the Haven. Yes, I do. As well as Cold Blood Chiller. Loma, Pierre, Krillin, UB, they all give signals as well. There's a bunch of us. I mean, when are you having kids? You're almost 40. I'm not almost 40. Give me a break. Not yet. I am old, though. Thoughts on the 25.8K H12 breaker? You mean the one that we've already retested twice? I mean, technically, yeah. So he's asking, what about this? Well, I already gave you this one, and it gave you one entry, two entries. So why would you want to see it come all the way back down there? To me, if it's back below 27K, it starts to look a lot less interesting, right? It's a lot less interesting back below 27K. So I would much rather see us not trade back below 27K if this thing is going to continue to go up, right? Like if this is a bullish impulse at the start of a move, the strength is of the move is having continued upside. If this move is legit, I don't want it to come give some massive retest of a level that's already been tagged, right? Kevin, make sure you use my ref link, bro. Use this link, bro. I gotta get that sweet ref link if you're gonna sign up for the Haven, or else the boss man gets mad at me. Use that link right there, brother. Okay, so again, plan very simple for Bitcoin. I'll start scaling into longs here if it's given to me, and I'll look for a low time frame confirmation. And then I'm hoping to play this for more upside. But ideally, right, I'll probably put my risk down here. But in reality, I don't really want us to lose 27K. I don't think it should get and hold below 27K. If we start trading below 27K, hold below there, probably puke my entries, that is. Okay, so does everyone have a pretty clear understanding of the game plan? Bro, I just DM'd you the fucking Discord link on Instagram. Is that not you? Who did I just DM then? I don't know what your Instagram is, bro. I don't have any DMs from you. I'm looking at my Instagram DMs right now. I don't see you. If you're trying to DM me to get in the Discord, follow up with me right now while I'm on stream, and I'll try and do it. I don't know, Thomas. I don't see a DM from you, bro. I don't know what to say. I just sent it to someone with your exact same name. Okay. So pretty clear plan here, I think. I know BTC's dumping. We're trying to get filled on longs, bro. Right? Something like this. Pretty straightforward. And that's what we're looking to play for the next leg up. And again, it's malleable. If we get a reaction on the low time frame, then I will look to compound, and we can kind of go from there. You guys are killing me. Who the hell is this guy then? Who did I just DM the Discord to if it wasn't you? Not you? Here we go. All right, bro. I got you. I got you, bro. You're deep in my fucking... You're deep in the depths of my Instagram DMs. All right. So, there's a caveat to this Bitcoin plan. And I'm going to cover that now. And it's going to be around equities and the dollar. Sorry, just one sec. So the dollar, part of the plan that I had laid out, right, is the dollar trading up into this weekly fair value gap. So again, no one was this bullish on the dollar at the lows. Really, there's very few people. But your boy Mayne told you, I said, hey man, from down here, the dollar's going all the way up here. And we've literally had 3 months of up only. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we're working on 12 straight green weekly candles from when I got bullish to the target. So part of this bullish Bitcoin plan is going to be that this move needs to retrace a little bit. I'm not saying that it's going to retrace all the way to the lows. This can go much higher. This can trade up to 110. But I would like to see this correct. And based on how Bitcoin has been looking strong relative to the stock market, and in the face of this insanity on the dollar, even a small correction here on the dollar, in my opinion, would be enough for Bitcoin to be able to get that rally back towards 30K. So that's basically what I'm hoping to see happen on the dollar here, is I'm looking for it to cool off even just a little bit, to give Bitcoin that breathing room. But if you look at when the dollar topped here or bottomed here, right? I mean, this is a nuts call, guys. I told you to long the dollar. This was the top of gold, euro, the pound, Bitcoin. The exact same day, right here. There's the top on Bitcoin. So I gave you the blueprint, right? And I took a bunch of trades in line with that. If you remember, we shorted euro. It looks like ass. We shorted gold. It looks like ass. GB looks like ass. What looks really strong? Dollar CAD. What looks really strong? Dollar JPY. Right? So I gave you guys kind of the outline there with the dollar. So if Bitcoin is going to have a decent rally back towards the range high, this needs to cool off a little bit. Just a little bit. Doesn't need to have some massive correction where it corrects the entire move. But the signs are there, right? This was the first break in market structure on the 12-hour in this entire trend. So it has now broken to the upside, and I think probably gets another push. But I think that the strength of this trend is starting to wane a little bit. And even if it gets, let's say, one more push up here and then like a correction like this, and then maybe it goes up again. I think this correction, maybe it's a week or two long, would be enough for Bitcoin to have the juice to get to 30K. So that's something that I'm also looking for to happen on kind of the markets as a whole, to give the ability for Bitcoin to get the juice, right, and trade higher. So we'll be waiting and seeing if that's possible. It's Monday, right? So what you can do as well here now, we've had the daily close. You come down here, throw on Monday's range. So here's Monday's low. How convenient is that, right? How convenient is that? We have Monday's low right where I want to bid. Sweet Monday's low, fill your boy Mayne right up into Monday's high and hopefully beyond. So that's kind of the game plan, guys. Nothing crazy, nothing too complicated. I've got to get to the gym, so I'm going to check the chat, and then I'm going to do rapid fire through some other charts here, okay? All right. Why does he wear a winter hat? Did they turn off the heat? It's fucking cold in Canada, bro. And I'm bald. Brother Mayne, did you just say F like Beth? Sometimes I do. I know it's Ethereum, but I sometimes saying F like meth. Now, the bearish case obviously is that we have a lower high here. So the most bearish scenario would be a push a little bit higher and then a lower high within this weekly bearish order block. That would be the very ugly case, because if we get a lower high here, right? If we get a lower high here and everyone's getting super bullish and then this just becomes a lower high, well, then these are gone and probably this is gone. So that's what you don't want to see, right? We want to see continuation, but I think we can still get one more pop to the upside here, but let's wait and see. Okay. Hey, Mayne, do you use BTC dominance in your analysis? I found it works as an edge. PA following Dom's moves more often than not, in my opinion. Wonder what you think. I've never really done that. I usually use Dom as more of a macro thing where I'm just saying, okay, BTC dominance looks good and I'm bullish Bitcoin, things like that. That's some straight lines drawn coming from playing PGA, bro. I fucking cooked on PGA yesterday. We'll definitely be back. Okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Do you give signals in Discord? I already answered that. Who's a better golfer, me or CBS? I don't know how good of a golfer CBS is, but I imagine him because I am not very good. The last round where I properly kept score, like counted everything, fucking lost balls, drops in the water, I shot like 115. So I'm not a good golfer. I have really good distance. I can hit it really far, but consistency on hitting it far. And then the short game is shit. Whose signals backtest the best? Who wants to backtest signals? How about forward test? What's your thoughts on DIY impact? I just explained that. So yeah, the most bearish scenario is we push up into here, this rejects, and the dollar just rallies, keeps rallying, right? Bosh, I struggle with directional bias a little bit with market structure. So when video, I'm going to do it. I swear to God, one of these days. Pimpin', what's your Bing X link? I'm about to throw a fat balance this month. I don't think I have one. I'll have to make one, Drew. Hey, Mayne, does Prime XBT work in Canada without a VPN? Depends what province you're in. Yeah, we'll take a look at gold. How about ETH? ETH looks bearish after the sweep. I mean, ETH is weaker than Bitcoin for sure if you look at FBTC. And yeah, this is, a weekly SFP. But again, I'm more inclined to be bullish on Bitcoin. I want to see Bitcoin lead this move and Ethereum, get drug up with it. But this close, right, relative to Bitcoin's close, was more bearish for sure. 240 people, only 41 likes. That is crazy, bro. You're correct. Yo, just got my BlockFi money. Watch out, gonna buy a cheeseburger. They're paying that out already? What's your max neck press? I don't know, bro. More than you. About to play 18. Good luck, sir. Happy swinging. I wish I could golf. It's fucking disgusting outside. I need to move. I want to move somewhere warm. And Canada is over, dude. It's over. Trudeau's a fucking communist. And I might not even be able to say that now because he's gonna start regulating the fucking internet. It's fucked. So over, dude. He's so fucked. Bill C11 is insane. Basically saying any service that provides online content creation like podcasts, so YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, have to register with the CRTC, which is a Canadian regulatory body. And basically they want to control what is said online by Canadians and to Canadians. And he already tried to do this. He didn't already try. He already did this with the news. He said, okay, Facebook, Instagram, if you want to advertise to Canadian customers, you basically got to play by our rules and our guidelines and pay us money so we can promote Canadian content. So instead of doing that, Instagram is like, fuck it, we'll just block Canadians from viewing. So if I go on Instagram right now and try and go to CNN, I literally can't. Same thing with Fox. Like, that's insane. And my opinion, the streaming services are going to do the same thing. They're going to be like, why the fuck would we play by your rules? There's literally 35 million people in Canada. That's the same amount as just in California. Like, they don't give a shit, right? They're just going to fucking be like, okay, fuck Canadians then. It's just bullshit. I'm tired of his shit. It's really nice up here in the summer. My family lives here. But other than that, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm getting out of here. Royal police en route to your house. The Mounties are going to come clopping up my fucking driveway on their horses, aren't they? Fuck them. Fuck them. Move to Hawaii. That'd be pretty nice. San Diego. Dude, I've heard San Diego's amazing. I've never been. I love Southern California. Like, if LA was not such a liberal shithole, I would move to California. Because in my opinion, climate-wise, Southern California is the best. You get the beautiful nature like I do here in BC, but you just get way better weather and better beaches. But it's in California, and California is kind of meh. Puerto Rico does not really work for Canadians. It's easy for Americans to move to Puerto Rico because it's like part of the United States in a way. It's not the same effect for Canadians. Yeah, I've heard San Diego's great. Yeah, LA's ass. LA's like Canada, right? Like, I go downtown here in Vancouver. It's disgusting. Homeless people everywhere. Smells like piss. It's dangerous. Anyways, okay. So dollar reaching into that fair value gap basically just now. So let's look at SPX here. So ultimately on SPX, I think we can probably see a little bit of a push up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of relief. But overall, I think it probably still trades lower. So this big box here, I'm going to just delete this. This big box here is a weekly order block, right? So on the weekly chart, we've had a break in market structure here, okay? And a lower low form. So we had a high, a low, a lower high, and a lower low now. So potential for a trend change here. I'd like to see a move up to this order block to sell. So in line with the dollar potentially, retracing a bit, is this bouncing, right? Even if this makes a lower high, a move up from 42.80 to 44.40, something like that, would be plenty to be in line with Bitcoin going up, right? Or Bitcoin could just move asymmetrically from this and it can go up on its own. But basically what I'm looking for here, right? I'm looking at the 12-hour now. Sorry, I just keep clicking over because I draw up charts and then I try and redo them up for you guys live. So I'm looking for, right, we've just had a sweep here, maybe a bit of relief into some of these highs here, right? That's kind of what I'm looking for on ES, and that would be in line with Bitcoin getting another leg up and, potentially us catching another long. So that's what I see there. Gold looks like ass. My only regret is not holding my short. So I drew out the short plan up here, right? I drew out the big box. I said, this thing's going back down to this low. I TP'd a bunch here, and I TP'd a bunch more right here. I didn't fully expect it to just eat a dick this hard. But look at that weekly chart, right? Now we have a massive break in market structure here. Very strong move to the downside. So once this thing puts in a swing low, right? I don't know if the low is in or not. I'm not going to try and guess. But when it puts in a swing low, I'll be looking to play some sort of mean reversion bounce, and then obviously probably continue lower. Euro, it's the same thing, right? Like if I look at euro, here, again, we smash this one here, just bang, bang. Same thing, right? Big sell-off, look for some sort of bounce perhaps, but ultimately, I think that this thing can continue to sell off to lower prices. So I would look for maybe something like this, and then something like, this, right? Same thing on GU, right? Exact same setup. Just continuation down. Like look at H12 order blocks on GU. Like H12 order block, reject. 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 So sometimes it's that easy, right? It's just following the trend. You don't need to get too deep into it. Become a Florida man. I've thought about it. My girlfriend loves Florida. Just far and there's no mountains. So, what else would look bullish? Well, if the dollar's going to continue to trade higher, look at this. Like this is the 3-month chart on dollar CAD. This looks like it wants to go here. Based on the 3-month chart. That can take a while to play out, but I think we at the very least trade to here probably. Right? Touch the fair value gap, run those lows. This looks primed to fucking rip. So very bullish dollar CAD, very bullish on UJ, very bearish on gold, silver, euro, pound. And ultimately, if the dollar really fucking rallies, I'm bearish on Bitcoin overall. Like maybe we get a pump up into here, right? But if the dollar continues to rip after a pump up into here, and then this makes a lower high, it's not going to look good. But fingers crossed, crypto just goes up. Everything else can fuck off. If Prime doesn't work in Alberta, which crypto trading app you refer me? I don't know, bro. None of them work in Canada. You got to find one that doesn't work in Canada, or that doesn't geo-block or KYC. I think I posted one in Telegram called CoinCatch. So if you go into my Telegram, you scroll up, I post a referral link for CoinCatch. They work in Canada, no KYC. But how long that will last, I don't know. Again, another cuckery of the Canadian government. They're just banning all fucking crypto shit. Anything that I use for crypto to trade, they're banning here and they're making obsolete. I'm kicked off Binance, kicked off Bybit. So how do you swing trade Forex and gold? I use a platform called Oanda. I use a bunch of different platforms, but Oanda is one of them. Not 150, 115, 115. Not that bad. Jesus, 150 would be fucked. Well, Mayne's so anti-backtest practice. Why the fuck I go practice? Send me straight to the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't really know what you're saying, but sure. Send me to the Super Bowl, bro. No, I'm not saying. I say why backtest signals. Backtesting is good, though, itself. What's up, Cliff? How you doing, man? You can come to Argentina and live like a king. Maybe. Like I've thought about doing like the complete fuck off and going to like Thailand or Central America where the cost of living is super fucking low. And the quality of life can be extremely high. And your dollar goes super far. But I just feel like I'd be feeling very isolated from friends and family, unfortunately. I don't think not paying taxes is a reason to move. Like people who are being like, I'm moving to Dubai because there's no tax. It's like that person's broke, right? Like maybe let's say you got 30 mil or something like that, then by all means exit Canada and the US. But for the most part, like if you are really wealthy, live where you want to live. Don't live somewhere because the taxes are better. The reason Dubai is attractive, taxes is one of them, is they're pro crypto, right? There's not these crazy regulations and things like that. But there's downsides, obviously, as well. There's no free speech laws in there, right? It's effectively a dictatorship. Anything can happen at any time. So there's a give and take. But just not paying taxes is not enough reason to move. If you're really successful and you're wealthy and you want to live in Canada or the US, do it and get a good accountant and lawyer and set up your shit properly. For me, it's just I don't like the direction the country is heading, like socially and in terms of like government overreach into my personal life. And it all started with fucking the COVID shit. Like when all that started and I was getting like ostracized from like friends and families and businesses and shit just because I was unsure if I wanted to take a shot. Like that was kind of nuts to me. And then just forcing me to stay in my house. Like, I don't know. And I bet you they're going to try and do it again. They're going to try and push boosters on you again. They're going to do it. And then you know what they're going to do next? They're going to say it's going to be something to do with like water or something. They're going to be like the water's fucking not enough water, water's contamination, something that will catch more people because they tried with COVID. Not everyone bought in and they're probably pissed about that. Come to Vegas, golf year round. I really like Arizona for that reason. Mayne, what's your high time frame view of BTC going into the halving? I mean, I kind of gave it to you already. I would like to see this trend continue here, right? Like if we're going to go up, this needs to be the higher low and we need to make a higher high and then we can have a great, next few months potentially. But if we fail here and trade lower, then it's fucked and maybe the next bull run doesn't begin until after halving. But remember, we're still up way off from the lows, right? So we can fail here and trade back down here and then maybe we put in a higher low somewhere down there. I don't really know. But overall, generally, with the halving coming up and post halving, I'm bullish in that sense. But it doesn't mean we're going to go up from here. We can drop 30, 40% and then go up. I mean, come down to Phoenix. Ghost, I'd love DM me on Instagram, bro. I've seriously considered Arizona. I got some friends there. Weather looks great. At least in the winter and the spring and the fall, not so much in the summer. You're from Montreal. Yeah, because you're dealing with everything I'm dealing with and you're dealing with the French. It's like a double whammy. Southern Europe. Yeah, bro. I mean, again, though, like, that's far. I'll be in Oz kind of soon. I'm going there. My best friend moved there, so I'll be there for a wedding next year. Any thoughts on SPX? I kind of gave them there. This is what I'm watching. I'm looking for a mean reversion back up to here and then potentially a lower high. Yeah, I feel like Arizona would be cool. Yeah, if you know shit about Arizona, let me know. I need a sick house with a pool and a fucking cactus in the back. That's what's up. 32 Celsius right now in Sydney. God damn. It is 10 degrees and pouring rain, and it's just gray. I haven't seen the sun all day. Just gray. Pure gray. It's awful. HS Tech. Sure. I don't know what that is. Oh, the Hang Seng. I should have known that. I mean, that looks bad. Right? Looks pretty bearish to me. Mayne, what's the budget? 1 to 4 mil. I'd say, yeah, 2 to 4 million. I can probably do more, but I want to have a place up here close to family too, so I probably need to buy 2 places. Why not Texas? I don't love Texas. I don't know. I haven't been to Austin. I've only been to Dallas and Houston, and I didn't love it. How is the immigration situation in Canada? Are you, the native Canadians, bothered by too much immigrants? I mean, it's hard to say. Listen, I live in Vancouver. Being white, I'm in the minority. That's just a fact. 50% plus of the population is Indian and Asian. But I mean, listen, I think legal immigration is a good thing. I think open borders is a mistake. Moved from Chicago to Nashville during COVID because of similar reasons. Love it. So refreshing economically, socially, and politically, and mountains everywhere. Yeah, my girlfriend's from Nashville. I still haven't been there. How's the RS5? It's good, bro. I kind of want to trade it in, though. Like, we need an SUV now that we got a dog. So I was considering buying just like a Q3 for my girl. And then I could use it whenever we take the dog places or the weather sucks or, where it's snowing or we want to go to the ski hill. But then I'm like, we don't really need 2 cars. Like we both work from home. So it's like maybe I trade the S3 in or the RS5 in, excuse me. And then I just get like a like really sick SUV, like a Land Rover SVJ or an Urus or the RS Q8, like the supercharged Audi SUV or something like that, or a G-Wagon. I don't know. Thought about that. 150K international student came to Canada this year. Housing expensive, bro. I feel for you. First of all, they hose you guys on the fucking tuition. It is not worth the money going to school here. They fucking hose you guys, and they know it too. I have driven electric cars. I don't love them. I like the engine noise. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to decide. Either get a second car or just trade in the RS5 and get a fucking wild SUV that's like gives me the itch of the fucking sports car. But yeah, the S5 Sportback is nice, bro. I love my RS5. It is so fun to drive, but it's just not super practical with the dog. I won't let him in it. He's too big and dirty. Cayenne turbos are sick. It's an option for sure. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to the dealership I got it from and see if I can make something happen. BCH, this guy wants. Do I have it on my list here? There you go. I mean, listen, looks better than some. I mean, I'd be a bidder in there, I guess, or you could ultimately wait for it to break out, like really break out, and then retest of the gray box. Well, borders aren't open, bruh. Ever been there? Yeah, I've been to the border a shitload. But I'm not fucking. I never said the borders are open. When did I say that? The Rivian, is that electric pickup truck? Okay, Link. I'm still in Link, guys. Again, literally go on Twitter the last 48 hours and see how many people posted about Link being at $8, right? So many accounts. Oh, Link at $8. Looks good. This thing's going double digits. and then it drops 50 cents today. One of the bigger losers on the day, right? Like almost 10% pullback. Everyone bullish late. Where did Mayne give you the long? I even gave you guys, I posted on Twitter with the fucking RR tool at 6:13. Right? So just everyone's late. They're always fucking late. Always late to the party. But I'm still in this for now. But ultimately, like, if this thing doesn't break out of this fucking long ass consolidation, then it's probably just going to continue to chop into eternity. But this was a setup I was willing to take. I already took half the profit on the position already. Closed half the position. That makes more sense. Can you look at SNX? Sure. I mean, again, think of all the coins that exist that you can trade. Look at Bitcoin. Look how this looks structurally. And then look at this. Which would you prefer to trade? I'm trading Bitcoin right now. This looks like shit. Like, why would you trade something that looks like this versus Bitcoin when you can trade the asset that's in the denominator, which is clearly stronger? Solana, right? We took out the monthly low, took out the monthly high, price went up. Ansem had a orgasm in his pants. But this looks better than, a lot of other coins for sure. Into some resistance here. But above here, this gets really exciting. So if it can clear this, then this becomes something that I think can, go to up to here. If it can break above there. But for now, it's into resistance. Got a fucking headache. I got a gym still. I don't know if I have it in me, boys. A gym Monday, Tuesday. I'm actually going to be in Arizona this weekend for a wedding. Texas, not great. Lived there for 20 years, just off Austin. Vegas or San Diego, so much better. Yeah, San Diego, I just wish it wasn't in California. But just got back from the gym. Was good pimp? Or are you saying was a good pump? I know, I gotta go. It's almost 7 though, bro. It's leg day, dude. Thing is, if I'll go right now, it'll be a zoo. I'll get home at 8:30 and I'll just want to go to bed. But I guess that's not the end of the world. I know. As soon as the weather gets like this where I live, I talk about leaving for an entire year, and then the weather gets nice again, and I kind of forget. But I'm over this fucking perpetual, and you can get some crazy sick homes in Arizona. Pool, hot tub, fucking putting green, basketball court, theater room. I'm gonna be there for a wedding, or else I'd love to, bro. Yeah, I'll go get the pump. I won't pussy out. Don't worry. The pump waits for no one, and it must be respected. When is neck day? Every day, buddy. My neck is thick because it's holding up my huge ass brain, bro. This shit better fucking fill me. I'll be pissed. I like it. I like it though with the. I like it with Monday's low there. Yeah, taxes are high in California for sure. Neck is not getting thinner. Trust me. I'm like 210 right now, bro. All right, you guys are bullying me into going to the gym. Okay. All right, guys. So I gave you the game plan. We talked about the high time frame outlook. In terms of an intraday setup, if you're just looking for a low time frame trade, if we sweep Monday's low, right? Sweep Monday's low, reclaim, that's your long up into Monday's high. And the reverse is true as well. We sweep Monday's high and then close back within. This is your short back down to Monday's low. Okay? So I'm gonna go hit the gym, I guess, because you guys are all yelling at me. So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Shout out to our sponsors, Prime XBT. If you want to support the boys, support the channel, use the link in the description. Sign up, throw some money on there, take some trades. Make sure you put in code Mayne50 first. And that's all I got, guys. Appreciate you. Love you all so much. I'll be back with a video on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, sirs. Peace.